Well, it's a very good evening to you and a warm welcome to this week's edition of Breeding to Win, where we're back in Johannesburg after a great weekend in Cape Town. We were there for the CTS March yearling sales, which took place at Durbanville Racecourse. It was over the 20th and 21st of March, with 258 lots being catalogued over the 2 days. The Breeding to Win team brings us this report.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to a CTS yearling sale. Please remember that all of these horses bought here tonight are eligible for nomination into the CTS $1 Million in 2017.
There's some lovely horses here. There's a really good group of buyers, and the great thing about the sale was there was competition from start to end. And when you put on a sale, that's really what you want to see, and just terrific to see that competition going right across the sale.
Well, it doesn't get better than CTS when it comes to hospitality. They really pull out the A game card, and we always look forward to purchasing horses here at the CTS sales. We bought 7 tonight, Vicky, very excited.
At 250, Warren, I hope you have a man. It's your bid, 250, thank you.
A few will go to the farm, some will come straight in. So good reason to get up in the mornings.
Very happy. The sale turned out very well for me. I took a couple home, but I sold some very well.
Now, and only 25. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, now. At 25, 50, 50.
I managed to buy 3. I was pleased with them. 2 for a crunch, Bronx Van Exton, and one will send to the ready to run. Yeah, so good.
175,000, all done. Jingles, thank you very much indeed. 175 buys.
I think there was a horse for everyone at the sale. As today, it was a great sale, and I'm sure there was a lot of people that went home with a horse or two.
Look, this has been a sale for buyers, you know, very much so.
You could buy some really nice horses for very reasonable prices.
It was a good value sale, this March sale. You know, horses were quality horses, brought good prices. You know, the top price was 1.3 million. There were a lot of horses in the 50,000-60,000 Rand range, and those are good value horses. Don't forget Siren's Call's performance. That was also a 60,000 Rand horse from the March yearling sale.
I didn't think we'd get a R1 million horse on the sale, and we did manage to get that.
I wanted to send him to Joburg, and I ended up bringing him here, and I was hopeful. When I saw he was the only trip here, I was quite hopeful for him. Very nice colt.
1,300,000 buys, thank you very much. Steady for the horse, please. Steady for the horse.
The Give Me the Green Lights went for very nice money. I was very happy. Guys from Joburg are mad about Give Me the Green Light, and they're all buying left, right, and centre.
220,000. Hammer comes in at 220,000, going once, twice, that last time, and going for 220.
The food has been superb. The prices were quite tough, but all in all, I've had a good sale and I'm happy.
All sold, all got new homes, so satisfied. No fireworks, but I'm very happy.
At 350,000, Hammer's up then. At 350,000, going left-handed, once, twice, that last time, and going for 350.
Every owner anywhere in the world wants to have a prize that they can go for that really makes a difference. And to have a $1 million incentive, I think, is just wonderful for South African racing.
If you don't have the lottery ticket, you can't win the lottery, you know, and this is what this sale afforded you.
All of these horses have a shot at that $1 million ticket. So think of that. Come and buy a horse, average was 119,000. You know, buy a horse for $119,000 and you've got a shot at $1 million.
Adrian Todd, COO of the CTS Sales, was spot on when he said to us on the Breeding to Win show that the March yearling sale was going to be value for money, and that's exactly what it was. Let's take a look at those results. With over the 258 lots being catalogued, the aggregate was 28,235,000, an average of 118,000 Rand and a medium on 90,000. Well, let's look at the top vendors now of the sale. It was Klavervlei Stud. With their 29 lots being sold, they averaged 161,000 Rand. Rosedeen back in second with 100,000 for their 29 lots. That's what they averaged. Dr. Ian Haynes had a good sale. He sold 11 with an average of 229,000. Himalaya in that fourth position on 70,000 for their 32 lots. And then it was the Alchemy, 18 lots sold, and they averaged just over 95,500 Rand. Well, our top buyers, it was Rainbow Beach Trading, of course, Chris van Niekerk. He purchased 5 lots. He averaged 435,000, and he did purchase the highest price of 1.3 million. Louis Gerson had a top-class sale, 14 lots purchased. He averaged 154,000. Mayfair Speculators, that's of course Marcus Jooste, 7 lots he purchased with 266,000 as his average. Vaughan Marshall, 6 purchased, 170,000, and Howells Racing, with his 7 lots purchased, he averaged 135,000. Well, looking at the top sires, it was the 2 new kids on the block, Warm White Knight and 7th Rock, that attracted most of the interest. Warm White Knight with his 18 lots, he averaged just under 140,000. 7th Rock in that second position, he sold 14 lots, 165,000. VAR consistent as always, only 8 lots sold, 225,000. Give Me the Green Light, there was some interest in this sire with only 9 lots sold. He averaged 147,000. Elusive Fort, well, you can say that Siren's Call has certainly put him on the map. 12 lots sold with just under 110,000. Path Fork, also one of our new stallions here in South Africa. There were 7 lots sold, 186,000. And the top sire on purchase, of course, was Trippy, with only 1 Trippy being sold at the sale. And he averaged the highest price of 1.3 million Rand.
second or no. So number 14, All Is Secret, is victorious. Well Witcher.
And for the lads, won it.
Shay takes the lead. Shay wins the Elgos.
The official stallion career of Variety Club was launched at the state-of-the-art Cavalli Wine and Equine Estate. Andrew Bond was there and filed this report.
It was at this incredibly magnificent stadium here at Maidan Racecourse, Dubai, that Variety Club burst onto the international scene in such an emphatic style by winning the Godolphin Mile. A victory set him up as one of the greatest milers that South Africa has ever produced. And he went to Sharton Racecourse to prove the point and became the first international horse ever to beat the Hong Kong racehorses in their own backyard. And he recorded a time form rating of 127, a mark hitherto unachieved by any South African racehorse. And it was international racing expert Mark Player, based in Hong Kong, that came to South Africa at the magnificent Chivali Estate to tell the folk just how important and how significant that particular performance in Sharton really was.
What a training performance both those gentlemen have put in tonight, and great to see one win, and the other, of course, Mike has had plenty of success here before, and I'm sure he'll have plenty of success in the future. But great to see Joey have his breakthrough win over here in such an important race.
There's an absolutely beautiful old expression that says you don't get a second chance to create a first impression. And if the first impressions that were created as we entered the Cavalli Estate, where the launch of South Africa's globe-trotting son of VAR Variety Club is due to take place, we're in for an absolutely spectacular evening. Beautifully ridden by Anton Marcus and trained by Joey Ramsden in collaboration with Mike de Kock. Mike de Kock in collaboration with Joey Ramsden, good friends and arch rivals. Variety Club is back in South Africa and set to become hopefully one of the most prolific sires that we've seen. He's a son of VAR, who's himself a son of Forest Wildcat, out of the Secret Prospector mare La Massine. We're going to have an opportunity to speak to his owner, Marcus Jooste, to speak to his breeder, of course, Anton Shepherd, and to speak to the stud manager and owner of Cloverflay Stud, John Costa. So let's wait and see what we have to offer this evening here at Cavalli Estate.
He represents the globalization of racing and was instrumental in getting Variety Club to Hong Kong, looking after Variety Club and his every needs while he was in Hong Kong. So perhaps the best person is to hear, as it were, from the horse's mouth. Please welcome to the microphone Mark Player to tell us about Variety Club's international career. Mark, thank you again. The microphone is yours, sir.
It's always great to come to South Africa, and one of the reasons it's great to come to South Africa is because of the passion that everyone really shares for horse racing. And Variety Club has elevated that passion to a new level, and he's elevated South African horses to a new level around the world, as recognised by his championship rating of 127. To put that in context, the previous highest rated South African horse was rated 122, was JJ the Jet Plane, and then Western Winter and one other were at 120. So for him to be rated 127 shows just how much the international community recognised this wonderful horse. And they recognised him because of his achievements on one night in Hong Kong, because that was the only time he really got the opportunity to show what a wonderful horse he was. In Dubai he did a magnificent job, but the Dubai, the Golden the Godolphin Mile, unfortunately, is only a Group 2 race, so he was never going to be able to achieve his peak rating in that race. So for him to come out in his one race where he could do it and to get 127 was an absolutely incredible thing, and something that I think all of us will remember for a long time.
I think the one thing we then have to do is give a lot of credit to the horsemen of South Africa, the Mike de Koks and the Joey Ramstons, to be able to get their horses through that arduous journey.
Did you ever imagine this horse would get away with what he did this evening?
I did, exactly as we hoped it would work out, it worked out. He's got gate speed second to none, and he's got cruising speed, and he's got a finish, and he did it all tonight.
Will he go to Europe, or what could be next for this horse?
His next start would be on the Hong Kong Mile on the 4th of May.
Straighten up, Variety Club's gone deep. On the fence, Helene Spirit, Blazing Speed and the orange jacket going between them. Then Dan Excel and Able Friend is starting to lift on the outside as Variety Club, the South African races, 2 lengths in front. Can Able Friend pegging back? He's got the job to do it. Variety Club's going great guns inside the 100 metres. Able Friend can't make any more impression. Then Dan Excel going to third, but what a triumph, the first international success, and Variety Club roars away to beat Able Friend. Dan Excel in a photo for third with Glorious Days. Then Gold Fun, followed by Blazing Speed, Maina Lacrima from Bashore Wish, then Gordon Lord Byron, Real Specialist, Flame Hero, Helene Spirit knocked out from California Memory, and Zidane was last in. What a freakish performance by Variety Club.
I know it's a huge honour, Andrew. And we take it as such. You know, he's got pride of place with us. But as with all our stallions, you know, each one's as important as the other. And we're just going to knuckle down and do the job the way we know it should be done. And what I'm really looking forward to this year is seeing his first book of mares, because I genuinely think it's going to be one of the best books of mares any South African stallions had as a first season.
Well, I think Mark Player did a fantastic job in highlighting the dimension of his victory, both in Hong Kong and of course in Dubai, and the amount of Grade 1 winners that he absolutely obliterated. But the mere stature of the horse, the pedigree, he is the full Monty, the real deal.
He absolutely is, and I think the one fact that Mark alluded to, that every single mile race that was run in the world last year, he was 5 points better than every other horse that had won those specific races. And that to me was an astounding fact. And I think, you know, you have to go back and revisit these great runs and look at the DVDs and the tapes again, just to remind yourself of how great this horse really, really is. Calumet Farm were extremely keen to have him, and they rated him as the most exciting horse to retire to stud in the 2015 season. So, I mean, Marcus is a South African through and through. He loves the country, he loves the industry. And for him it was only right to bring his champion back here, and for that we must be extremely grateful.
If ever a horse has all the things going for him to make it as a stallion, he's probably one of them. We decided to bring him back to South Africa because he became a South African hero, and we have so few because we never get the chance to compete properly in the world arena. So Derek and I decided the right thing is to bring him back to South Africa. He'll be well supported by all his fans, and we think that that's where he belongs.
I think he's going to fit Cloverflat beautifully for starters. You know, I think he's going to probably be a Captain L type of stallion. You know, a really good sprinter miler, which Captain L was.
He's a magnificent looking horse, and if he can put that into his progeny, firstly they'll sell well. The other thing, he was an extremely sound horse, which I think is very important. If he can breed that soundness into his progeny, you've got half the battle won in this industry. So, and thirdly, speed. The horse had phenomenal speed. I think if you put him in at 6 furlong, he'd a romp time.
But Variety Club's got now a career as a stallion here in South Africa, and we're privileged to be able to place him on a farm like Klavervlei and with the people involved with that. But I'm sure he will be supported by everybody in South Africa that is in the racing game, because he's a pure South African champion.
Turf Carriers is a family-run business owned by Mark and Dory Sham and their 3 sons, Michael, Matthew and Marcus. New Turf Carriers has been in long-distance transport since 1995 and pride themselves in excellent service, punctuality and loyalty to their clients. Every single stud farm and every single sale to every single racecourse, New Turf Carriers pride themselves in delivering your horse safely. The welfare of your horse is paramount, and it is to this end that we have our own midway stop between Johannesburg and Cape Town. This is situated at Colesberg, where we have a stabling facility for 60 horses, so that the horses on long trips can get off and have a rest during their journey. The bottom line is, New Turf Carriers take your horse from door to door with pride, passion and punctuality.
We believe in excellence. We believe that if you're going to do something, you do it to your best ability. We aim to make Balmoral #1 in the Southern Hemisphere, not just South Africa.
Zabba-Dabba-Doo has become one of South Africa's feel-good stories. The Brett Crawford trained 3-year-old gelding looks set to provide a lot more publicity for the good cause for which he races. The Reach for Recovery Breast Cancer Association, after winning for the 2nd time in just his 3rd career start at Kenilworth Racecourse on Sunday the 22nd of March. This horse has helped raise the profile of the Kenilworth Ladies' Day race meeting, which is held annually, as he fetched 130,000 for the cancer charity at the first of these meetings in 2013. Owners Marsh Shirtliff, Lucas Theron and owner of Himmel and Ardis stud David Hepburn Brown donated him for the auction, and 12 ladies put their force behind the cause by purchasing him and forming the Flaming Flamingo Syndicate. Champion trainer and winner of the Lamarons Queen's Plate and the JMB Met, Brett Crawford, came to the party and donated the training for Zabba-Dabba-Doo. Zabba-Dabba-Doo took a while to come to hand, but the patience has paid off as he now looks to be a decent sort. The Flaming Flamingo Syndicate are extremely enthusiastic supporters of their horse.
Zabba-Dabba-Doo down towards the inside. Triple Bluff is flying home, but Zabba-Dabba-Doo has come home to win it. Zabba-Dabba-Doo from Winter Trade. In behind that, Muskets and Roses. Triple Bluff towards the outside.
Brett, I'm sure, firstly, you got to answer to all these women, not only just one woman, all of them.
Well, you know, Lucky hasn't run a bad race yet, so I've had to answer to nobody. But, you know, I think the moral of the story for this whole horse, Vicky, just shows you that when you do things with a good heart, you know, these ladies had no idea what they were doing when we bought this horse. But, you know, it was for a great cause, for cancer. All the money that we made when we put him together and sold him went to that. So it just shows you they're getting their just reward, and You know, it was so nice to be in the box and hear them all scream. It was awesome. So well done to them all, and to Corner, a great ride, and to everyone at home, and of course to Marsh and David, who bred him and donated him. Very well done.
Jill, I'll start with you. You're the nominee. Okay. He's done so well.
Absolutely. We are blown away. You know, we didn't expect him to win 2 in a row, and the ladies are absolutely delighted. I'm sure you can get their view.
Yes, I'll ask one at a time. How has it been watching this horse? I mean, you must have seen it when he was young still too.
The greatest fun ever. We're enjoying every moment of it.
I'm sure you are, especially in the box. It must be fantastic. And I know your question earlier was, do they have enough champagne glasses for all of you?
Do they?
They said they do.
We're really delighted. He's the son of JPEG, and JPEG was my favorite horse. So let's see what he does.
Well, he's done so well so far, so we'll keep it going.
Good.
Have you ever been involved?
Well, my husband's very involved, and I've never been involved, but this was for a very good cause, and I think we've got karmic payback, actually.
Yes, and I think it's going to keep going. I like the way that you've had some pink lipstick on today to support Zaba Daba Doo.
I like to colour coordinate. It's a very, very exciting race. He always gives us an exciting race, and well done to Brett and to Jill, our spokeswoman.
Yes, your spokeswoman, your nominated spokeswoman. Kathy, I know you're involved with quite a few horses, but with all these women, it must be so special.
It's absolutely wonderful. This horse is really special, and I think we got a good karma because of the cause. So it's awesome.
You're on a good run. Do you think you've upped the ante for the ownership?
So I'm bringing a bit of luck into this team, but we've decided it's Brett's new string. It's a bit of a harem at the moment, but I'd like to thank the bees, the Bretts, the Barrys, and the Browns. That must also be a good omen.
It must be indeed.
Thank you.
And then Melanie, I can see you can't hide from me, Melanie. Calm down here. Melanie, it's been a while since you've been involved in a horse, but this must be a whole bunch of fun.
It really is. I just want to thank Brett and Joel. Exciting, awesome horse, and I'm really, really pleased to be involved in something that's for a good cause at the end of the day. And I think with that's what's going to bring us a lot of good things with this horse.
Gavel House is the leading website for trading horses online. Selling your racehorse, mare or even a share in a yearling is so easy on Gavel House. You can browse our sires directory to match the best mating for your mare, with text description, videos and up-to-date sires reports. Gavelhouse.com is the best way to sell your horse. We reach places others can't, where buyers and sellers deal direct and pay no commission. Go to gavelhouse.com.
Well, the first of 2 horses being offered by Gavel House on Breeding to Win this evening. The first being the Deer Hunter by Brave Tin Soldier out of Gentle Breeze. He's a 2012 gelding, 7,125 Rand for a 10% share. Now, the Deer Hunter is a lovely, strong individual who, on looks and pedigree, should come to hand fairly early. He qualifies for the Ready to Run race in 2016. His dam, Gentle Breeze, was a winner at 2 in the USA and a listed place performer. She's had 4 foals to race with 3 winners. If you're interested in getting involved in the Deer Hunter, contact Alistair Gordon in KwaZulu-Natal. Also being offered by Gavel House is Jimmy Choo by Bezrin out of Ambleside. 2010 gelding going for 200,000 Rand. Now, of course, if you know Jimmy Choo, he's a listed winner and a group placed performer. He's a 3 times winner and has finished in the top 3 in 10 of his 20 career starts, a consistent money earner. His dam, Ambleside, is a proven producer of 10 foals to race with 7 winners. Contact Leon Erasmus if you're interested in the sprinter, Jimmy Choo. Well, that's a wrap for this week's edition of Breeding to Win. Thank you for joining us once again, and just a reminder that next week we will be bringing you all the highlights of Classic Day, which took place at Turfentine Racecourse yesterday, as well as all the action from the Dubai World Cup. Don't forget to join us then. From myself, Julie Alexander, and the rest of the Breeding to Win team, good night.